as we know, porn is bad, and I stopped that. You should too. I don't mean like this something like you literally end up this act in your life. I mean like when you're even struggling, you just say to yourself something like, I quit that. I don't do that. I don't know what this is. Anyways, that video is over my personal observation in my journey on NoFap and like semen retention. Anyway, like you have this weird names. I will give you my story because it's maybe you can be related for that story, but also I'm know that someone wants to skip to things that are more important. But still, maybe something that I will tell, it will be related to you. I will like write here when I end that. My first contact with porn and that sort of things was because of friends. One day when I was in school, I started like talking with friends, and in one moment, someone started talking about that. Like the best conversation, to be honest. Like randomly, dude start like trash talking about this sort of things. When I was in home, I was curious, and I looked at one site, which you know, it's from for people it's called Orange YouTube. I want you to listen very closely because it's very important here. You know, I started to be addicted for that. Like literally, I just started to be addicted, and one time, which was very interesting for me, and is interesting even right now, I started to looking at positive things about that. As we know, it's like it reduces chance to have prostate cancer, and I was very happy with that because I had in my family someone who had prostate cancer. That was my great grandfather, and in if you think right now, it's sort of like kind of being almost like aware that porn and masturbation is bad. Because why I did this? It's like normally no one wants like seeing positive things about something that he do. Right now we can, and like when I started realizing that it's it's bad for me, it was even like harder to stop it. I started like this diet, and now I quit that. I literally quit that, and I don't want you to be a slave of that. Okay, we can move on to the best things that will literally help you, which is, where do you do that? Like literally, where do you do that? Because in my situation, it was always my bed, and it's something very interesting here because when you do this on your phone, you have more chance to relapse. Also, when you, for example, laying in bed, because imagine that the bed is place where you did that, you have more chance to relapse because you do that. I had the same, like literally I could lay on bed, just like chilling, like, doing something on my phone or just reading a book. And I immediately I felt this weird feeling inside of my head. It's something very, very interesting here because it's like brain memory. Your brain remembers some of places, and when you're on that place, for example, bed, your brain see that as a opportunity. I think I said this good. So that is major thing here. Reduce time on this, like maybe your phone, maybe your computer, and reduce time in that place. The best is change environment. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but not do that. Important here is also to accept the urges, because when I talked with people who are struggling, they always said that they are fighting. I also said something like that many times, that fighting with urges, fighting with that little demon inside of you, inside of your brain. And I realized that fighting is bad term for that. You need to accept urges, not fight with them. Because when you're fighting, mostly it's like, I want fab, I want fab. And because you have this in mind that you want fab, you will fab. Accept urges is something like, you feel urges, but you prefer to, for example, get up and change environment. It's like going for a walk, read a book in other place than you was. Of course, if you feel like everywhere horny, okay, it's don't change environment that quickly. Or you can just go for a walk. Go for a walk, like walking when you feel that is the weirdest thing and the best thing you can actually do. Like I did that one time. Like, I just was curious. I feel urges and I was 100% aware of that. And I just go for a walk. When I was like outside, I didn't feel nothing. So it was like, I feel urges, go outside, and go back to my home. I'm sure that you many times hear like, don't streak, and it's actually true. Don't fucking streak. Streaking is exactly fighting. Because imagine, you are in like 3 weeks streak. It's the best. You feel like amazing. You know that you did this 3 weeks. But still, sometimes you have urges in your mind. You feel you want that. And like 2 seconds, remember this good old times when you felt pleasure. You go. Because your brain remember that. You remember what is porn, what is masturbation. And that's I will tell you other strategic to destroy that little demon. Anyway, like I said, don't streak. It's like I said, it's like fighting. You, after you, for example, relapse, because it's something normal, you feel that shame, that regret. And of course, it's normal and you should, but you voluntarily hurting yourself by having like this in mind that it was third week. It was the best. But I'm such a idiot and I did that. Of course, you did that. But maybe it was like progress. With streaking, progress doesn't matter. And also right now I want to talk about other strategic which very helped me. Like first run. It was forgetting about what porn is and even what masturbation is. Basically, for example, you are on YouTube, Instagram, you have social media, so it's kind of bad because it's bad. Anyways, sometimes in YouTube we have like very weird ads. I don't know if you have ads. And you know, it's like sometimes these ads are very weird. Yeah, you like forget about that. You forget that porn even exists. And when you see like that content, you just don't watch it. Just go to other things. The best things is just progress. Just for example, when you feel urges, you accept these urges, you go do something. I don't talk about like gym, because for example you can have gym like farewell. I think I said this. It's like, you know, long road. Sorry for my English today. Anyway, normally other nofab YouTubers talk about like benefits and defects, mostly benefits. I don't know who's talk about defects, but maybe it's someone like that. Today we live in like weird world. But I don't wanna like talk this bullshit. Like this is addiction. It's bad and this sort of things. Like you know that. I just want you to be aware of like that little thing. Imagine that your son did this, your daughter did this. You will be proud. Like, for me, it's terrifying to know that my daughter, my son, doesn't matter, is addicted and masturbate to that shit. Don't jerk off. I think it's the best quote here. Don't jerk off. It isn't really worth it. It's better to train, to progress in life and other things than just reducing your manhood. Make sure that you clicked subscribe and post notification button down there or down there. Take care and see ya.